Thank you. Alright. Anyway, thank you, Huggy Wuggy, for shooting out the thing there. Anyway, here we are with our first masterpiece review here. My Crystal Kingdom. This is the first masterpiece movie. Basically, this is our first masterpiece movie review for a Transformer toy, and I decided to do this one first. So, yeah, so let's start talking about this. So, it's a really good truck mode, I do have to say. I don't really care about the back of the truck or the cat ears. I don't really care about those. That doesn't bug me at all. Nothing really bugs me about this figure until like one little bit, which we'll talk at the end on my copy. So let's talk about storage real quick. So don't worry about that noise. So here's the first piece of storage here, and this is the only piece of storage, and you can put the gun up here, just like that. There you go. And it doesn't mess with anything because it's hanging out the side there. But what you can do is, I've seen this on a different YouTuber, and you can plug this onto the Kappa Prime and it fills up that gap if you don't like it here. This one here. If you don't like it that much, you can just slide that in right there and it fills that in, and it's hard until you do that. But anyway, there you go. Here's Prime and his vehicle mode. And just for a quick size of the truck mode, here he is with a cassette tape. Or this is Rumble, and then here he is with a cassette tape. So, there you go. So, yeah, that's how big he is, and with the, are you okay? Let's go. They're stuck now. Stop. Okay, after that nonsense there, I'll be right back after I get my mascot back over there. Alright, mascot has been captured, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, so let's continue talking about this guy. Time for his transformation now. So, if you didn't already, just take his gun off. Okay, and now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise up just a little bit here, because he's gonna get tall, and I don't want you guys not to see what I'm doing. So first off, what you want to do is you want to just flip down this panel here on both sides. Next, you want to come down here and untap that and swing it out. Basically what you're doing here is that with these parts here, in my light, these parts here will come up, and there's a tab here that will go into a slot there. So then just bring it out, swing it out. Just then bring this out, and what you're gonna do now is you're gonna split it. And first, you wanna undo this panel here and just lift it up. Next off, what you want to do is you want to come down to these panels here, and you're just gonna flip it in, and then take this and flip it like that. There you go. Now you're gonna come to his legs. Gonna bring him out. Go this way. You wanna take this silver piece here. You wanna bring it down. And then you want to bring up the wheels, close this panel, and bring down the foot like that. Untab, turn it around, cuts it on this mushroom peg here, and then it just swings around. And then up here, there's a tab right here that goes to a slot right there. And then you're just gonna bring it down, and you see this tab right here will go into this slot here. Just gonna bring it down, and whenever I can get it plugged in, there you go. Yeah, and there you go. There's a leg, all done. Now, basically, what you're gonna do for this side, you're gonna do on this side. So, be right back. Alright, after you get his leg done, you're just gonna put these panels back in, and there you go. The legs are all done. Almost, anyway. So now you're gonna come down here. Well, now I gotta raise up just a little bit here. So I'm just gonna raise you up just a little bit. There you go. And now with this, now that you're here, you want to come here and you want to lift this panel right there. And then you're going to lift this panel up, collapse it. And then there's a right on this side, there's a little tab here, and there's a slot right here. Sorry about the blur. Focus on. Just a little bit. Okay, now there's a tab here, and then there's a slot there. You're just going to tap it in. I'll be right back so I can get some more lights on. Alright, I hope that made seeing this just a little bit better. You kind of come here, you're gonna lift that up. There you go. Let's do the same thing on this side, and there you go. Now you're gonna come here, and you're just gonna bring these out and around. Out and around. Lift this panel here, lift this panel. Bring this up, bring it down, swing it up. There you go. So now with all of this, you're just gonna bring it up right there. And there you go. There's that. And now, if you turn the legs around, you have now a truck walker. Truck walker. Okay, continuing on now. We're gonna just rotate these back, and we're gonna turn them around now. Okay, turn them around, and you see all of this. Now, some G1 fans might be happy about this if you are a G1 fan. So now you're gonna come here, and you're gonna just lift this panel up. Boom. Kind of like that, and then you're gonna come here. Lift this panel up, tap it in there. Lift this panel up, tap it in there. And they're just gonna stay there. So basically what you're doing is you want to come here to this side, and when you bring it out, I can find out where to grab it. Right here, I think. Basically, you're just, when you bring it out, there's a slot. When we get to it better, there's a slot on the inner side of the panel here. And there's a tab right there, and you can kind of see it just a little bit there, but basically you just push it in there, and there you go. That's what you want to do there. Okay, now coming back to the figure, now what we're going to do is we're going to close the chest plate panels, and you're going to come to this little tab here, not tab, like this little section here, and you're just going to fold it down like that. Going to come on this side now. And he's getting a little bit more taller now, so I'm going to let you guys even higher up. I'm going to fold this out really quick. Okay. Ah! Sorry about that. So anyway, you kind of see his head poking out right there. That's his head right here. Okay. Anyway, continuing on, what you're going to want to do with the smokestacks, you want to rotate them around. Rotate them around. Just like that. There you go. And now you're just going to come out this way, And there you go. We'll make it come out. Untab it. There you go. That's what you want to do. Basically, it's just G1 Optimus Prime. Now you want to bring his hand out, right there, and just pull it back. Put it in. Bring it out. Rotate it around. Bring it out just a little bit. And you want to just raise it up. Don't worry, you're good. You will be able to get it to where. Let me see here. There you go. You're not done because you still have to do the other side, but I'll be right back once I get this done. Okay, now that you have both legs done, now you're just going to rotate this whole upper section here around, just like that. So now you're going to bring the arms back just for a little bit because you want the wheels in a very specific order. So you want to bring it out this way. So you basically have two hinges here. You have this one here, you have this one here. You want to bring it forward. Actually, no. What you want to do is you want to bring it back. No, you want to bring it forward. Just can't remember which way you want to do it. You want to bring the bottom one. You want to bring it forward. You want it to where this little circle is facing up. Like that. There you go. And then you're just going to bring it up. And there you go. There's those details there. You're just going to do the same thing on the other side here. And there you go. Now for this belly panel here, I put a rope, lower it down just a little bit here. You're gonna come in here. I'm gonna bring you guys in. I'm gonna bring my light just a little bit closer. There you go. There you go. So now, what you're gonna want to do with this stomach panel here is you wanna, sorry about that blur, is you wanna bring it down, bring it up. You wanna feed the bottom through and then feed the top through, and there you go. Then come back here. You want to bring this panel up. I'm gonna bring this panel back. And you're gonna rotate the head up and then bring this entire section up, and there's a slot here and there's a tab there. And after all of that, you get a really good looking body right here. Now, this is a really good masterpiece. They did way better on this one than they did the Bumblebee. This looks so amazing. Like, you don't even know. If you ever get this figure in person, you understand how cool this figure is. Now, coming in close here, we can look at the head real quick. Gonna bring the light down. There's the head. It's not really working, but here you go. There's the head. Now, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. Now, after that, so over here, you have I want to talk about something real quick about this figure. You have a clear panel right here, and that's for light piping in his eyes. Well, that doesn't really work, and the only reason why that doesn't work is because I think that the light piping the plastic is just a little bit too thick, so the light doesn't pass through it. My light does pass through it, so you can see just what I mean by how much light you need for these lights to work, this light piping to work. There you go. Kind of see the work there, just a little bit. I get it to where you can see it. Try to get it to where you can see it, but anyway. You just need some really good light piping. Or it's not really good light piping. Okay, now coming back to the figure itself. I'm going to raise the camera up just a little bit here. Alright. Now, let's talk about the articulation, and then we'll go over some robot mode comparisons. So the head can move a full 360. Kind of gets caught on the back here because his collar is so big. His arms can do a full 360. His arms can go in and out. The arms have over a 90 degrees of bend there. You have wrist rotation and the thumbs on the ball joint. And these 3 fingers are one separate piece, and then the index finger is a different piece. And I almost forgot a whole bunch of articulation here. So here you have these panels here that can move out the way for your movement here. So you go forward that far and go back that far, then you go out that far. I think you can go just a little bit. Nope, that's as high as it can go right there. Little bit, just by a little bit under 90 degrees of bend there at the knee, wrist, or not, ankle tilt. You got some up and down, and that's basically all you got there. And then you also got this thigh rotation there. Okay. Now let's do some comparisons, and then we can do the robot mode. Or not the robot mode, and then we can talk about the accessories. So first, we have Deluxe Thunder Howl. Leader Siege Optimus Prime. Voyager Scrapper. And Deluxe Kingdom Waspinator. And just because here he is with the G1 cassette tape and Rumble. There you go. Okay, now let's get down to these accessories. So first accessory that we've already talked about is his gun, and it just unfolds like that. And there's your gun. And you can just plug it in there, and then boom. And it is effects parts compatible. So if you have any effects parts, you can just plug it into the gun, and you can have some Prime shooting some cons. Your Prime shooting some cons, like Scrapper that's over here, or make him shoot your evil nemesis. Don't worry, Wuggy's not my evil nemesis, but there you go. On mine, the arm's a little bit too loose, and the gun's just a little bit too heavy. It's not even the wrist part that I've heard some people complain about. It's my shoulder that's too weak. Okay, now here what we're going to talk about is the matrix of leadership, and now basically we're going to take his gun off here. So next part is next part we're going to open these 2 panels out. We can bring his arms out now and make him open his chest and show the matrix of leadership here. Okay, we're about to talk about my complaint about the matrix for my copy anyway. Alright, put this back in. Alright, and there you go. There's the matrix of leadership. Now, My problem with my mold is that I've heard a lot of reviewers say that the matrix is too tight out of there. It falls right out in my copy, so that just shows that your mileage may vary. But here's the matrix. It's made of a die-cast metal. Don't worry about that. That's just, you got some paint chipping there. Don't worry, it's not, the paint quality is good. It's just mine dropped a couple times. So, and you can just see, you can hear by the noise. Can't really do it in there. Here. No, that don't work either. But it's metal. Die cast. There you go. Oh, if you do want to, you can make them try to open up. See, this is what I'm talking about. It got some damage there from droppage. There. You can make them try to open the matrix if you want him to. So there you go. And there you have Masterpiece Movie number 12, Bumblebee Movie Optimus Prime. And I really like this Masterpiece figure. And I think it's worth the money about how expensive it is. And I really hope you guys enjoy this review. And I hope you guys will probably get this figure. And if you like Huggy Wuggy as my mascot, which I'm probably going to keep him there, because I just like Huggy Wuggy. And if you guys like this review, and if you want me to do any more, I'm going to keep reviewing them. But anyway, if you want me to review Waspinator next, if the comments are open, just say Waspinator, because I'll probably do Waspinator anyway next. Anyway, that is my review on MPM-12, and this is Ryton talking to you guys and saying goodbye. Bye-bye!